What's up, everybody? I'm here at the football ops building. I'm going to speak with head football coach of your WSU Cougars, Mike Leach, talking to him about his trip to Italy, talking to him a little bit about transferable skills, and then, as usual, I gotta throw some curveballs his way. In the meantime, does anybody know who this guy is? Coach Leach, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Okay, let's start off with, you just recently got back from Milan, a coach's clinic out there. Tell me about the experience out there.
Well, I thought it was a great experience. First of all, Milan is coached by Chris Alt, which is one, used to be former University of Nevada coach, legendary American coach, and a guy that's a friend of mine that I've kept in touch with, and we got several coaches on our staff that coach at Nevada at one point in time or another. And so he's the head coach of the Milan team, and I try, I like doing this if I can, So what they do is they have American football over there, and you're allowed to have two Americans on the team, but only one can be on the field at a time. Usually you have an offensive one and a defensive one, and so basically they go all over the country playing American football. And so I had the opportunity to do a clinic for some of those guys in that Italian league, which was really exciting for me. And I've done it before. I've had the opportunity to, I did a camp one time in Japan, but I've had the opportunity to do it in, all over England, Scotland, several times in France, and then this time Italy. So that was fun. And so went a little early and stayed a little long so we could, went to Cinque Terre, went to Lake Como, went to Venice, and then flew to Budapest really quick to check that out, and then some good football mixed in with it besides. So it was fun. And then the other thing that's exciting about it is you get to see it through the eyes of the people that live there. We stayed with Italians, went where the Italians told us to, and then had the guidance and the both guidance with food and directions as far as transportation, and a lot of times accompanied by them. So then you get to kind of see Italy from the inside out.
Okay, so Milan being kind of like a fashion capital, did you pick up any fashion advice from locals?
Well, I'm not very fashionable. I did but one day I did have Wrangler jeans on, so pretty soon I can see that probably. There'll be, Wrangler jeans will hit the runways here pretty quick, I suspect.
Wrangler jeans and cowboy boots.
Yeah, I didn't wear cowboy boots there. You want to have good footing. I wore, Nike tennis shoes so I could walk around and be kind of light on my feet. But yeah, Milan was good. And, the biggest thing in Milan was really the clinic. And then saw downtown, went to a soccer game.
Okay, great. Okay, so favorite food while you were there?
Favorite food while I was there? Well, the pizza they have there is really good, which of course we have pizza too, which, and people's pizza is different. And I would say honestly spaghetti, because the noodles, it was reliable. The noodles would be homemade. The sauces would vary a little bit, but it was all homemade. And even though, I try to avoid carbs and all that stuff and starches, over there I would get a little plate of spaghetti with the meals. And then another thing that was tasty, which, I don't know, but they had buffalo mozzarella cheese, which they would, it'd be just a chunk of mozzarella cheese, and you just cut it up and eat it. So I'm sure.
Just straight cheese.
Yeah, and you'd probably stay real skinny if you do that every day. But we were walking miles upon miles, so I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah, it offset it a bit, right?
I hope so. We'll find out.
There you go.
I'll let you know in 2 weeks.
Okay, changing gears here a little bit. One of the things that we like to preach to our hospitality students is when they leave here, they have a plethora of transferable skills, not only just for the hospitality industry, but for just business in general. With your background, you have a law degree from Pepperdine. Can you speak to those transferable skills that you maybe developed in, going to law school and translating into coaching?
No matter what you do, no matter what experience you have, you learn something. You learn something from it. So I think, everybody, draws from it. And no matter what profession you get in, the people around you, I mean, the best way to, I think, grow individually, whether professionally, but just, individually in quality of life, that type of thing, is to learn from the people you work with. And then the best way to do that is to have a genuine curiosity about, their background and their experiences. And the more you can draw from that, I think, vicariously your skills will develop. Law school's definitely contributed to my ability to coach. One thing that happens in law school is, you're constantly prioritizing things, organizing your thinking, organizing how you're going to present stuff, organizing, how you're going to say, maybe an emotion or an oral argument, present and plead your case. Well, you're still constantly teaching when it comes to football and presenting things. And then also you have to select what's most important to teach, to emphasize and practice, to try to execute during the game. And then at the end, there's a result where you learn from, this was good, we got to keep doing this. This wasn't good, and we have to improve on that. And so it goes. So there are some parallels with that. But I would say, and then the other thing, both law and football, there's way more things to tend to than you really have time to tend to. Mm-hmm. And so then you have to make choices on, what's going to move the needle the furthest. And law school is a great experience to make those choices and decide those things. And then, the hours in law school are ridiculous, and you have to work incredibly hard, and that's that exists with football as well. So I thought it was very good practice for it.
Well, Coach Leach, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for
taking
the time. And thank you for tuning in. Adios.
Okay, the first time you do it, laugh. Okay, if it happens twice, laugh twice as hard. Third time, totally lost it.